Have you ever wondered about the woman behind the iconic blue and white sari? We all know the name Mother Teresa, a symbol of unwavering compassion. But the real story of Anjezi Gongshe Boyakshiu, the girl from Skopje, is far more complex and fascinating than most people realize. How did a young woman from the Balkans become a global icon of charity, and what drove her to the poorest streets of Calcutta? Let's uncover the human story behind the saint. Born in 1910 into a devout Albanian family, young Anjezi felt a calling to religious life from an early age. Inspired by stories of missionaries in India, she left her home at just 18, never to see her mother again. She joined the Sisters of Loreto in Ireland and soon after sailed for India, where she would spend the next 2 decades teaching history and geography at a convent school for privileged girls in Calcutta. But just beyond the convent walls, the city's immense poverty and suffering weighed heavily on her heart. Everything changed on September 10, 1946. While on a train journey to Darjeeling, Teresa experienced what she described as a call within a call. She believed she heard a divine message telling her to leave the convent and serve the poorest of the poor by living among them. This was a radical and daunting decision. She had no funding, no plan, and no support. All she had was her unshakable faith. After receiving permission from the Vatican, she traded her traditional habit for a simple cotton sari and walked out into the slums. Her first mission was to simply be present. She found a dying woman on the street, half-eaten by rats, and carried her to a small rented room. This became the first home for the dying, a place where people who had lived like animals could die with dignity, surrounded by love. From this single act of compassion, the Missionaries of Charity was born. Her work wasn't about grand, systemic change. It was about individual, human connection. "If I look at the mass, I will never act," she famously said. "If I look at the one, I will." Soon, volunteers flocked to join her. The Missionaries of Charity grew exponentially, opening orphanages, clinics, and homes for the destitute across the globe. By the time she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979, Mother Teresa was an international figure. She accepted the award not for herself, but in the name of the hungry, the naked, the homeless. Yet her fame also brought scrutiny. Critics questioned her methods, the quality of medical care in her facilities, and her firm theological stances. What many didn't know was that for nearly 50 years, this beacon of faith was living in a state of profound spiritual darkness. Her private letters, published after her death, revealed a deep and painful feeling of abandonment by God, a spiritual emptiness that tormented her. Yet, she never stopped her work. She chose to carry this cross in silence, transforming her personal suffering into a powerful engine for service. This struggle doesn't diminish her legacy. It makes it even more profoundly human. Mother Teresa's life challenges us to look beyond simplistic labels. She was a woman of contradictions, a global celebrity who lived in poverty, a figure of unwavering faith who felt spiritually lost. But through it all, her mission remained simple: to see the face of humanity in every person she met. Her story reminds us that true change often begins with a single courageous step into the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this story inspiring, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history's most remarkable figures. We'll see you next time.